to another episode of I Wrote This Down. Appreciate y'all for tuning back in. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you like my content, please like it. Be honest with yourself, family. If you don't like it, please don't like this content. But I would ask you respectfully and humbly have a dialogue with me in the comment section to see why you don't like this content. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this content. Today's topic, this is a topic that all of us, or I'm gonna say all, most of us have went through in our lives, from the blueprint of success that they tell us that we need in society. Go to college, get a good education. And guess what happens to most of us? We end up further in the hole than when we began. We're better off not going to college and just finding a trade. So today I'm going to be talking about student loan debt. That's harming a lot of us in the United States of America and probably most countries in the world anyway. So there's going to be a few little bullet points I'm going to talk to you about. Why is student loan debt so popular, affecting so many? Are there ways to reduce it from the beginning? Why student loan debt is designed to keep you in shackles? And my thoughts on this issue. Let's get into it. So check me out. Why is student loan debt so popular? And why is it affecting so many people? So many others have heard the blueprints to success. You go to school, you get an education, you land a good job, you land a good career, and then you are pretty much on the road to fulfilling the American dream, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But why so many people end up depressed? You get a career in a high demand, usually like law, healthcare, and insurance. Unfortunately, these professions cost a lot in post-secondary education. Amounts can range from at least $25,000 to upwards of $100,000. Man, if you got that cake, man, lend me some. Or pay off some of my student loan debt, or some of the other viewers on this video. Most families are living paycheck to paycheck, so these amounts are ridiculous to say the least. Since most want to be successful, most try out this blueprint, to success and end up failing, usually financially, eliminating the possibility to generate generational wealth for the future loved ones. Even those that's with you now, you know what I'm saying? Like mama, daddy, I'm gonna be somebody, I'm gonna succeed. When I was younger, when I was going to school, I had I don't know if it was an advisor at the school. Her name was Shashun. I'll never forget her. She was very kind and nice. And every time I go in the office and try to pull out some of the loan, like some of the stipend money to buy bus passes to get there and back, go to work or whatever, or just get some money just to spend, she would always usually say, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, And I look at it like this ain't nothing because, at the young age, I was like in my early 20s, it's like, I'm gonna make it. And I'm not saying that's a bad mindset for the young people out there. So when I used to go there, I didn't really understand the heaviness of this until I started hitting me where I had to pay back. I really didn't come to realization that I had to pay it back until later on in my life when I was saving up for a home, and eventually I started to do the math. One day coming from work, it was like, okay, you building up this money, you build it to a point, and you still got the student loan debt that's like twice the money you saved up. The more you try to save up, it's almost like I'm taking 5 steps forward, 10 steps back. College isn't free for a reason. You heard me. Let's move on. There are ways to reduce student loan debt. Did you know that? There are ways to reduce student loan debt from the beginning, not taking it on in the first place. Some people that I talk to that, young people that's graduating high school want to get right into college, and they've been taught the blueprint as well. I try to insert some knowledge and wisdom in their life and say, you know what, when you go in with a goal, go in with a purpose. A lot of young people don't even know who they are really. They finding out themselves, let alone what they can do to succeed, prosper, and help someone else prosper in this life. I tell them, hey, try going to a community college or a trade school and focusing in with laser focus on what you want to do, what you're passionate about. Because 9 times out of 10, you have no idea what you're trying to do. Before you go, you look up, you got student loan debt, you graduated. Hey, yay, you graduated. But now you got to face the real world. Seriously, let me give you a simple example. Let's use community college tuition, for example, which I would opt for. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. You two don't try to cancel me. Cancel culture, right? For example, let's say your annual tuition is $3,000. Trying to use simple math here. Follow me. You get paid $27,000 a year from your job. Break down the $3,000 into weekly payments, or bi-weekly, or however you get paid. Divide 3,000 by 52, it's 52 weeks in the year, or 26, because some people get paid bi-weekly, which would be 26 for bi-weekly earners. If you get paid weekly, your educational bill would be around $57.70 per week. Doesn't sound like much, but if you multiply that by 4, which is a month, you will see what I'm talking about. And then it's going to also be about $115.40 bi-weekly. I like the phrase I use: borrow from yourself instead of someone else. You could save up this amount to then eventually pay for your tuition in full for the year, or you can pay as you go. I can see the benefit in both of them. First, it would be no stress about whether or not you would have it financially, which keeps you from borrowing from someone else. And the second method is that you will be learning along the way to progress towards your goals faster while not breaking the bank to do so. Let's just be honest. When you look at that bill at first, when you look at, oh, this is how much your semester is going to cost, this is how much your tuition for the year is going to cost, it can be overwhelming. When you look at the mountain, you like, that's a big mountain, right? I can't climb it. But then when you take baby steps to get toward that goal, it becomes way more achievable in your mind. Best way of all would be to earn scholarships and grants to pay your education, because when you earn a scholarship or grant, you have no stress of paying it back. Usually athletes and smart people get this, so be smart, or at least know how to shoot a basketball. Okay? It works, trust me. Look at Zion Williamson. Because they see you as an asset. When the people give you a grant or a scholarship, they see you as an asset to society. The big people, the big corporate people, the big, I guess, Illuminati people, they see you as an asset. They're different from everyone else. Our plans are not working for this one. You might say it like Darth Vader, the force is strong with this one. So they say, well, you know what? Let me give them a grant. Let me give them a scholarship, because we possibly can use them in the future. Usually when you perform well, you get good rewards. And smart kids get scholarships. Don't feel embarrassed to be smart. Let the haters hate, because you're going to be the Bill Gates of the company. You're going to be the one that is employing them, therefore get tax breaks. Where everybody mad at Jeff Bezos, hey, I see why you're getting tax breaks. Smart people, follow me. Oh man, sometimes it's hard to read my own writing, man. Anyway, like I said, they see you as an asset, not a liability. Or let's move on, please. I believe student loan, my English is getting, the older I get, the less my English is proficient. Why I believe student loans is designed to keep you in shackles. There's a passage that says, the borrower is slave to the lender. How true, how true. How many of y'all stress about being on time for your credit card payments? I have. Trust me, I have in the past. And that's a topic for another video. Colleges and universities thrive off direct payments from the government with tax breaks. Investors love loaning money to young, passionate to take on the world, low information individuals. Can't you see the oxymoronic nature of society? Even in that statement. Check me out here, check me out. They become rich when you are stupid. So when you become unstupid, you can't become rich. Do the math. Think about it, check me out. So the interest rates on student loans can usually range from 3% to about 8%, sometimes higher than that. You might say, what is 8%? It's nothing. I'm about to show you something. Tell it to the thousands, if not millions of former and even current college students abroad, me being one of them. Let's say you are looking at paying back $40,000 in student loans in 20 years. So this is how they try to get you. Okay, they know the amount for some people is insurmountable and it looks like a mountain in your sight. So guess what you're gonna do? The typical person, you got a job, you're working, making money, you give them money, that stops your plan. So you say, well, forget them. As long as the IRS and the police ain't knocking down my door right now, I'm gonna live life, just forget about my student loans, put it in the rearview mirror and say, let me keep going. That's what I did for a long time. What common sense person would say, well, since you're gonna forgive it anyway, what's the point of me dishing out my money? Doesn't make any sense. Let me continue. Let's say $40,000 in 20 years. That $40,000 becomes $72,000. If you decide to pay nothing, and that example was without compound interest. Either can be your best friend or your worst enemy. With compound interest, it would be more than $98,174. Your debt more than double. But what if I presented to you, it to you like, okay, you pay $4 $4.40 a day. It's almost like a commercial. Let's say 150,000 easy payments of $4.40 each day. It sounds like a little bit, but trust me, the math gets weirder from here. You might say that's sustainable, but look at it monthly. That's about around $135, $136 a month. You might say that's nothing. Annually, that could be $1,600 a year. You say that's nothing. Tacked on top of the original principal. We talked about compound interest a little bit in the example. Compound interest is a wonder in itself because student loans, principal is a metamorphosis. Every time your interest is tacked on top of your principal, it makes a new principal, if you get what I'm saying. So every time the principal goes up, that means you're looking at way more than this amount I gave you. It's tacked on top of your principal, the original principal, which then causes that eighth wonder effect exponentially to your principal over 20 years. So that $98,174 we talked about earlier is not even near accurate. That will involve a lot more math. Moving on. As you can see, that if you have student loan debt, the sooner you tackle it, the better. Similar to football on defense. Think about this. You want to make the play as short as possible. Why would you want to have Tom Brady back there all year long to drop a bomb on you? Just saying. So you make it short as possible, it deters damaging effects like I went through. You make the grown-up decision to pay off your student loans, eighth wonder effect will work in your favor. Because when you start paying down your student loan debt, the interest begins to hurt less and less and less and less. Because the principal is a determining factor of the actual amount you pay in interest. When you have that mentality that I had, you just pray it off and hope for the best, then you will be a broker man or woman. Trust me. Ladies and gentlemen, being in the red doesn't mean you are building wealth. If your bank account number is less than your student loan debt number, then you are broke flat out. I know we like this out of sight, out of mind mentality, but that's not dealing in the facts. As of the time when I wrote this down, my student loan debt number is $34,892.45. Hey, don't judge me. I know I'm making a video about eliminating student loan debt. I'm on a journey too. I have successfully paid, at the time I wrote this down, $17,638.04, with $17,072.03 being applied to the principal. So if you do the math, the leftover is what went to the interest off the top of the cream of the crop. That's a lot of moolah, but it took consistency and focused commitment. I started making serious strides around December of 2019, all the way to about November of 2020 to pay that amount. That's less than a year. Started from a balance of $52,530.49. That was originally the original principal for it. That's when interest hit it. The original number was $48,000. This around that area. And it grew in interest for about 4 years. And me saying, out of sight, out of mind, I'm just gonna let them forgive my debt and all this, which could probably terrorize my credit. It grew 4 years in that same amount. I'm proud of my progress. I'm proud of my progress. I'm honest, no, I'm serious. I still have a long way to go to pay Sally Mae back. Let me know your cogitations on this topic and on this video in general. It's been your boy Star25, and I just wish you well. Pay off the student loan debt. Man, I'm telling you, you'll be on your way to building financial security and generational wealth. It's been Star25 on I Wrote This Down. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this if you find value in this, because somebody else may seriously find value in this and may need encouragement to pay off the student loans. They may be like rocking back and forth like, I want to pay it, but I'm kind of scared to. Share this video and it may encourage them. Please like this video, subscribe, comment. Have a blessed one. Star25. This piece is entitled Carrying Narrative. Inside lies the importance, macro-sociological perspective on things of reflections. Never neglecting the minor details. Open up, release those skeletal issues that don't hold up with dermal tissue. So tell it all, except the stories of others. The story's still not told till all the young and old come together in mode. Come together in mode. Come together in mode.